talk about breasts.
Let's talk about you and me.
Let's talk about all the good things
and all the bad things.
Welcome to episode 21 of BoobTube. I'm your breast friend, Jaleesa.
And I am Chantel.
And we are here to bring you some more goodness as it relates to breasts. So last week we talked about breastfeeding and nursing mothers. And now, since school's about to start, there are going to be some changes going on. So we thought it'd be a good time to touch on the topic of puberty.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So now would be a good time if you have a young girl in your life to bring her on to watch this episode so that it can help facilitate and reinforce some of the things going on in, the talk that you have to have. But first, of course, we have to take it to the streets and see what they have to say about puberty.
Describe your experience going through puberty and developing breasts.
I don't know. Exciting, I guess. I have older siblings, so I knew it was coming. So I'm the youngest little girl, so I was excited because I feel like I was, with my sisters.
All right. All right.
I mean, I think it's a sensitive topic.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I wouldn't discuss it with a male.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you tell your younger self about puberty?
It's a doozer. Your skin break out. You become self-aware of your appearance.
Anything regarding breasts in particular?
Oh yes. Do self-examination.
Okay.
So self-examination is the key. If you find that something doesn't look right, like if one side of your breast is developing more than the next, tell your parents so they can, carry you to the doctor and stuff like that.
Okay.
Describe your experience when you noticed girls developing breasts during puberty. It's like when you were that age.
My senses heightened. I started paying a lot more attention, definitely. I say that's about like 7th through 8th grade, 9th grade, I guess, around that time. So I was definitely excited to do at that time back then.
Okay. Can you describe your experience going through puberty and developing breasts?
Well, when I was growing up, it was really awkward having this conversation with my mom. Every time she would bring it up, I would just avoid it completely. But once I started developing, I didn't really think much of it. I was just, a child growing up. It wasn't really talked much at school, so I didn't really think much of it. I didn't really think it was an awkward stage for me. It was just, hey, I'm growing up. I wasn't really that well educated with it, so I didn't think much of it.
And for you, sir, could you describe your experience when you noticed girls developing during puberty?
Oh, that's such a weird question.
I know.
Well, I had to be more mature about things, You're not usually just... Man, it sounds so wrong.
It's okay.
Well, when it comes to it, as a kid, you grow up with more childish perspectives,
Right.
You're looking at people for who they are, but not that I look at girls because they have boobs or anything, breasts, yes, but whenever you get those that different perspective of things, it's different, It doesn't change the person, but it's just you see how bad people can become after that, and it's not their fault, but it's a difference in mentality though, it really is, the way people think. I think it's crazy though, crazy about religion.
It is, that definitely is.
All right, so different perspectives for sure on puberty.
Yeah. Especially between men and women, of course.
Of course.
The men saw it a little differently.
It's always interesting to get their perspective.
Always. We got to get it.
Yeah.
All the time. No matter what, we have to come in with the male perspective.
Yes.
Because they are eye-opening. They're usually pretty hilarious as well. But, we need it.
Yes. Because breasts affect everybody.
They do. It made that one guy really happy and a really excited little boy
Yes.
in 7th and 8th grade, he said. So that's a thing.
Yeah. Well, would you say we had someone comment that they were excited about going through puberty. Would you describe that for your experience?
I don't know if I would say it was excited, but I guess you do like look forward, and when you're young, you're kind of like, oh, maybe you see somebody with their training bra, and you're like, I want a training bra or something. You see your mom with certain things, and you're like, when we were kids, we wanted to be grown bad.
So bad.
And now that we're here, we're like, take me back, oh Lord.
Yeah.
Take me back.
Yeah, we don't have to do this.
We didn't sign up for this life. We didn't sign up to
we didn't know what to expect.
Yes. It's like, why we had to be grown during this era? I believe we are the elite generation. I'm biased, but we had just the right level of past and present and future in us.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So that's why I say that. However, why we had to be adults during this time?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother ball game.
Is.
That's another episode for somebody else's podcast because it's not about breasts. It's just about adulting.
Adulting
sucks.
Yeah. I don't want to do it today. Some days.
Most days I'm pretty over it.
I was over it.
Today. Yes. You had a lot of adulting to do today. So yeah, for sure. But yeah, I wasn't. I feel like I just looked forward to it like that. What about you?
I don't think I didn't look forward to breasts. Like I don't know what I look forward to. It's for like I look forward to doing grown up things, but not having a grown up body.
Yeah, I mean,
because the woman was right about you could become self conscious of who you are and what you look like. So and the earlier you go into puberty, the earlier you become self conscious about those things.
I think. Oh, I know it. Now, I wasn't so much for breasts. I did want puberty because I had, the little chubby phase that you go through before puberty. And I didn't like it at all.
So you knew that going through puberty will help you get past that?
Yeah, because my mom used to tell me, she was like, it's just a phase and it'll go away. And I used to just be like, when? And my friend used to laugh at me because I told her I'd be like sitting in the tub and I could see my stomach and I'm just like, sad. Like, not sad for real.
I should be sad today then.
No, I mean, because I'm like 10 or something. I'm just like, how did my body get like this? Like, why am I so round looking and stuff? And I see it all the time on kids now, and I'd be like, yeah, the chubby phase.
The chubby phase. I didn't go through that phase.
Lucky you.
I was very just thin. Very. My kids got it too, so.
I had to go through the chubby phase. I didn't like it. So I look forward to puberty for that.
Okay.
And I will say it reminds me now that back then I saw this documentary on Discovery Health, and it showed like the changes our bodies go through during puberty. And it was showing how some of that belly fat, like from that child chubbiness that we go through, like then in turn becomes some of the breast fat and stuff. And I was like, man. I was like, see, that's how you know I had a lot of belly because now I got a lot of breasts.
I'm going to have to go back and look at some pictures because, yeah.
No, it wasn't. I didn't like it at all.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I have to look and see what happened to me.
It even talked about it showed like the thermograph basically and how, like when you're a teenager, that's when usually you start having your boyfriend, girlfriend, get a little, cop a feel and stuff like that. And it was showing how that plays a role in the growth of like your butt and your breasts and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Puberty. I guess that is true because you in high school or middle school, like she doing something. But...
Yeah, the old people they be like, that baby getting touched.
Yes. Yes.
They were on to some things. They were on to some things.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Activate a little plumpage.
I guess. I mean, that can make sense.
It does. I think so. Now I think about it.
But I going back to the one who said she was the youngest. I think having other people, you look up to go through things. It kind of. I think that might play a difference. I didn't really see. I mean, I knew it would happen, but I think I was the oldest. I'm the only girl out of the siblings. As far as cousins, I probably was the oldest, so I would be like the first to go through some things. So I don't even remember. I think it's just like here, one day, here you go, breast and period.
I had two older brothers, so I definitely didn't have anyone to look up to there, and maybe just like friends. So I had some friends that were, I feel like I saw they had like their training bra before me. And I was like, oh, like I wish I could get my first bra. And I was looking forward to that. I probably asked my mom for it a couple of times or something. Nothing crazy.
First bra. I think I remember training bras are the ones you pull over always, right?
I guess.
Because I do remember the ones that went in the front. They had like a little funny clasp, like you gotta hook it and turn it, kind of, sort of.
I would hope not for a first bra. I didn't.
Maybe not a first. No, it probably wasn't a first bra, but I do remember that as like bra. I don't remember training bra. I'm pretty sure.
Was that your first bra?
No, I'm pretty sure I had a training bra, but I just don't remember it.
My first bras, I had the undershirts, and that was like, coming up in the game. Then I had like the
what do undershirts do?
So I think it's because like for when you're budding, so basically like when those nipples are starting to poke out and stuff to keep it to where it's like less
noticeable,
visible. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, when you think about it, like how men wear undershirts all the time, it does look a little different if they don't have on an undershirt. Like say they have on a polo and no undershirt, it looks different.
Okay.
It gives that extra layer of protection.
I guess, like, so they hide their nipples too when they get cold?
I guess.
I just don't understand the purpose of
undershirts. I don't really know why men wear undershirts like that, but I mean, I don't know. It's so normal that I don't question it. I don't know what it is to do, but maybe. I do feel like you see their nipples a little more in shirts when they don't have on an undershirt.
Yeah. I mean, I get layering during different seasons.
No, men do that year round.
They do.
Yeah.
But even undershirts whereas training bras for girls, like, maybe it's the practice of just putting something else on.
I think it did help with practice too, but I think it was more so just like you don't really have enough to put into a bra, but you have something that's poking a little bit. So here's an undershirt. I think that's kind of what it was for me.
I'm going back to man boobs. Like, what are they? Like, I'm just thinking, like, what
did we learn? It was gynecomastia.
That's okay. I'm glad you can remember that. Like, is the undershirts protecting them in any way? No.
I mean, maybe. And I feel like even those certain, let me make sure I use the right term here. I forgot because there's femme and then there's something else. But basically, women who are gay, who dress more masculine. I forgot the term. Please don't condemn me. But a lot of them, they also wear undershirts all the time. Like they'll have like a sports bra and undershirt stuff. It could be the emulation of men, or it could be a reason too. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't truly understand the point of a training bra and undershirts at this point. I'm still confused. Maybe you can enlighten me.
You're like, at this point, I don't know why we're using any of them. So, I mean, I don't know, but I know it does help. So sometimes you do see little girls that, like you say, are budding and stuff, and you're kind of like, hey, like their mom should do something about it. Like they should have on something.
Yeah.
So that extra layer, so it's not, because it does kind of look weird when it's a young girl and she's kind of starting to form, but there's nothing there, and you're like, like.
But that shirt ain't doing nothing for her.
I guess it helps.
It helps. Okay, we're gonna leave it.
I think it helps because it does look different. I guess it looks a little more bare and just kind of like, maybe it puts you in a mind of like, you know, when you're going to sleep at night, or if you're just at home and you're walking around with no bra on.
Yeah.
And it kind of looks like that, like it's more freeing and stuff than if you're in public, you usually like put something else there.
Yeah, I can see maybe it for practicality purpose to get used to that, but I'm gonna go home and try it and put an undershirt on and just see before and after.
I mean, you know what? I mean, it just looks different. Like if you wouldn't let everyone see you walk around with just a shirt and a bra. I mean, and no bra.
But the undershirt is gonna do absolutely nothing for me.
But you have actual breasts. We're talking about beginner breasts.
You're right. I forgot.
Puberty breasts.
But are they okay? I don't remember. Like, but do their nipples bud out? Like I don't remember.
Like through the undershirts
in general too. Yeah, I don't remember.
Not the same way that it is like just through a regular shirt. Like if you had an extra layer, it looks a little more kept.
Okay.
Than if you don't, it looks like, you know, it's kind of out there with baby breasts. It just looks weird. I don't know. Like it does look more neat and stuff.
I mean, because I do see girls out. You can tell they're budding. They're not fully developed yet. But I honestly can't tell if they have on an undershirt or not. I can't.
I mean, I don't know what they're doing these days. We came up in an era wearing slips. Who knows?
Oh, don't go back to that.
Who knows? Like, I really don't even know what the kids are doing these days. Let me know when your child get there.
I hope it's not anytime soon. I really do. Hope it's not anytime soon.
Oh, well, I mean, like, your child, how old is your daughter?
6.
Yeah, not on time, like soon.
No,
soon, but I mean,
it could happen.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later. It could happen.
I was like, as far as who we're going to use as a reference here, it's not me. And I was like, I mean, yours is gonna get there soon.
She really don't want to get there. She already told me.
Yeah, I was like, this all we got right here. We gonna have to see with that. I ain't got nothing for y'all. But all I got is the adult breast. That's it. So yes. Now, what would you say your first training bra was?
I'm pretty sure it was a pullover.
Okay.
I just don't remember that part. I do remember just the bra that came and collapsed in the front. It was just this. It was interesting. I just remember it not just closing in together. You got to close it and then turn it a certain way for it to lock.
So basically, your bra had a chastity belt on it.
Sure.
They were like, ain't nobody getting in this.
I don't think it was that on lock.
I don't know why it had so many locks. I'm pretty sure
if it didn't lock properly, it came out. I mean, so.
Yeah, I don't know why yours had. Like, why would you make someone's first bra complicated?
It's not like one of them. It was. You've seen these on things before. It's like it's a hook and eye, but it's plastic and it. No, I'm not gonna. I should.
It's like where you go in and then turn it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get it.
But if you didn't turn it all the way, yes, you would potentially be exposed.
I get it. She had them breasts on lock.
Okay. Yes, they were on lock.
Let's see, my first one, I know I had those pullover. It was a black and white pack of two. Too excited about that. It was a pullover little sports bra thing. And then my first real bra was like it was a little white bra that I could hold in my hand. Like I could literally fit it in my hand.
I can see that. I think I can see those from when I worked at a department store in high school, and they had, I worked in the children's department. So yeah, I can definitely see where you're going with that.
Yeah, those were my first bras.
Nipple cover for you today.
Listen, I don't think it could cover the nipple at this point. Well, the nipple, yeah, but areola included.
That's a stretch.
So literally, no pun. It's a stretch.
Do you remember conversations about puberty?
Yeah, and it wasn't so much about, I guess, breasts and stuff. I mean, I guess it was just overall. Of course, with girls, the focus is on the period. Like, oh, you're gonna start your period. So, I looked out for that, and I feel like it was more so just talk about periods. And again, I did expect my body to get out of that chubby phase once I hit puberty. So I was looking for that.
Anything you would tell your younger self?
About my breast?
Yeah.
Girl, you've only just begun. There's so much more to go. So much more to grow. These breasts are going to take you places you never imagined. Because I did not know that I would be here. I remember when I was younger, I was like, just a conversation about like breast implants. I was like, I would never get breast implants. Like, I don't care like what size my breasts are. And then like fast forward, I was like, I remember saying it, but I never thought like I was gonna have big breasts. Mm-hmm. I didn't think anything about that at all. And I was like, now look at me. I'd be a fool to think about breast implants. I was like, how did this happen?
What's wrong with you?
Right. Yeah, no.
Yeah. I don't remember particular conversations about breasts, but of course, period. I honestly don't remember what came first for me, the breast or the period. I don't remember. I think I blocked that part of my childhood out because honestly, it came really early for me. Third grade. I do remember, I do remember now. I started wearing a bra in third grade and my period came in fourth grade. So
I started wearing undershirts in third grade. And I think by 4th grade was when I got the first little training bras.
Okay.
But my period didn't come till the middle of 7th grade.
Okay. So you had a little range.
Yeah, and I had like A and B cups before that, and then right after my period came January of that year.
Man, you can remember facts.
January 5th. I remember.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm like this. I remember a lot of
importance
things.
Of okay.
I don't know. I remember
you
dates.
That's important stuff when you became a woman.
No, it's really not. It's just I just remember stuff and I can't help it.
Wow.
Like people tell me, like, you have the memory of an elephant.
You
and
do.
I was like, I do, and I don't know why. I just remember stuff.
I have to remember things according to events, life events.
I just remember stuff.
That's good.
It's just weird.
Remember what time?
What time? What? Oh, it happened in my sleep. I woke up and I saw it.
Wow, I don't even remember what happened. I don't know what happened.
I woke up, went to the bathroom to pee in the morning, and I was like, oh. And I called my mom. She was already at work.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I remember telling my mom something in my underwear. Okay. Again, I probably blocked all that stuff out. It's life.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. But I remember. So that was by January. So then, like, by the end of that school year, definitely that summer, by the time I came back from the summer going into 8th grade, I was like a nice C, D cup.
Yeah. I remember I was probably a C cup in middle school as well.
Yeah. Some things start thinking. And I was just
again,
like,
what are we doing?
Yeah. That's when I think I mentioned in another episode how my brothers like made fun of me running down the stairs and like moved their shirt like this, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
People saw it before me.
Yeah, because I don't think we realize like our bodies, and it's not gonna sound right. There's a young lady in my life who I'm watching grow into, going through puberty, and as I'm thinking about things, it's not. I think she's not conscious of how she navigates now with breasts or buds or whatever. So, I think we don't think about those things. We want to go on as if life is good without, before breasts, and we're not realizing that we might have to make some adjustments when they come.
Yeah. I don't. I remember one of my friends, she said, like one day, she was like, you looking like my mama. And I was like, what you mean? I was like, I look like your mama? And then she was talking about the breasts because her mom had big breasts. I was like, oh my God. So again, like people were noticing before me. And it's like I knew that they were there, but I guess I didn't realize how prominent they were or how profound they looked on me.
I mean, I guess it's like when you're growing taller, you don't realize you're getting taller until people point it out.
Yeah. So like I see the boobs, but I was just like, oh, I don't know. I guess I just didn't take into consideration how others saw them until they started making comments. And I was like, okay, so this is what it is.
Yeah. Let's go back to how that one was saying you start feeling self-conscious about yourself sometimes too, perhaps. Yeah. So yeah, interesting things we go through and different journeys and experiences.
I will say I remember when it wasn't period related, but I do remember my older cousin was telling me as far as like breasts, because it was before my period came, I think. Or I don't know, actually. It might have been after. And she was just telling me like, oh, make sure that you wear a bra to help to shape your breasts. Like that was the advice I got directly related to breasts.
I was probably in the wrong bra for years.
Right.
I don't remember any advice. Just make sure you wear a bra, perhaps.
I think that kind of makes sense as far as shaping them and stuff. Because I guess if you were just not wearing a bra, they might be a little saggy. But I don't know.
Well, I have a friend who chooses not to wear a bra, and she made the comment that it actually builds up muscle because
I've heard that.
So I don't know, each his own.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stay strapped because don't want to hit y'all. It's not gonna be pretty. What else? I guess, were there any ways that you remember puberty affected you, like your breasts or anything else? I guess.
Not so much my breasts. I don't remember like any tenderness or anything. It could have happened. I just don't remember it. The only thing I remember is mood swings, like that. You know that phase. But I will say this affected me in the sense that I felt out of place. Because again, I started wearing a bra in third grade, or the girls are not developed at that time, and yeah, it just made me feel out of place. So I would typically, if I think back, I would definitely say that's when I started wearing baggier shirts to hide that I was developed.
So when you got to middle school, by the time when more girls were having their periods, how did you feel?
I mean, periods, that wasn't a thing.
Well, puberty, I guess.
Puberty. I hate puberty. Like, I've had period accidents in front of cute boys. Like,
the cuties.
The cuties. And yeah, so, I mean, it was middle school. Middle school was just not great. I mean, as far as like some of the puberty issues. I mean, I was already in the midst of it. I'm in it. I'm done with puberty at that point.
Right.
But yeah, aside from the period accidents and getting your bra popped.
Boys.
Yeah. But how it affected me, at that point you're around other girls who have breasts and have periods, so it is what it is.
Okay. Yeah. So you felt more in place.
Except for track season.
The track. What would you tell your younger self about puberty?
I would tell my younger self, if you're gonna make it, you gonna be all right. I mean, it is what it is at this point.
You could have told your young track self something like, one day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long time before that happens.
Many years after this.
Many years, because there was a zipper incident while I was running track. It was in middle school. Yeah, the zipper came down while I was running.
Did you have a nip slip?
That would be a nip slip. I won, but yeah, it was a nip slip.
So you out there
not technically, because I still had the
a sports bra underneath
the jersey. No.
Oh.
So the bra came undone. You bouncing at that point. And then, but of course, the top is still on. But but yeah, it was a nip slip.
I was like, not you holding a medal with the nip slip.
I'm sure I did my sit back before I got my medal.
Getting like, yay! Okay, so we're glad that you were nice and covered.
Yes.
Okay. So what about? Would you say that you had started puberty early?
Yes.
So would you consider that precocious puberty?
Yes.
For yourself?
Because it's for girls, it's around 8 years old. I don't know if I was 8 or 9 in third grade at that time, but yeah, I was definitely early in puberty.
Okay. Could you inform the guests more on what precocious puberty is, since you were the one who experienced it? I did not.
All right. So precocious puberty is for girls when they begin developing or having their menstruation around 8 or before. And for boys, it's around age 9. That's when their balls drop, basically. I actually had to tell my kids that one time because they came to me and were like, it was my boys. They were like, what's puberty? You know what? I was eating at the time. So, they were about interrupting something. I was like, yeah, you get acne. I said something else and your testicles drop. They were like, what's testicles? Like your balls. So, yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, so it's when you begin puberty early.
That's when the kids just moonwalk on out the kitchen, like, all right.
I actually have one who's actually moonwalking. He's in his Michael Jackson phase at the moment.
So. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that hit home? No pun. With the moonwalking.
But yeah, so there, and I think I'm reading and I'm seeing too where more and more girls are going through puberty early. Even boys at this point, something in their food.
I don't know. Like, it's the hormones that they're pumping in everything.
Naturally. So, because what else would explain it?
Right.
Because typically girls they're supposed to start their period around 12 years old. That's about the average. But it depends on family history as well. Yeah. So.
Because I think mine aligned with my mom's. Okay. Whatever she was when she was a kid.
Okay. I know mine aligned, I think, with a grandmother, one of my grandmothers. So.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's the term. It's a real thing, and you'll notice it either for girls developing breasts, of course, the menstruation, but for both, that BO, body odor. So.
Do you know of like the earliest that someone has ever had precocious puberty? Even though that might change now since they're hormoning things up.
Yeah, well, actually, just in 2017, there was an article put out about someone in Australia. It was she got she started puberty around 2 because they started seeing, oh, this is another thing too, pubic hair. So they saw a pubic hair on their daughter. By the time she was 4, she had developed breasts and was menstruating. This is preschool, y'all. But in all honesty, she had conditions. So of course she wasn't your typical 4-year-old because again at 2, she was already looking like an older child. And then she continues to grow. She was just larger than most kids, and I guess her body thought she was older too. So she started having breast development and menstruating early, before kindergarten.
That's a lot.
Like, how do you? Because I mean, you barely out of diapers at that point.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, you already had to teach them to go to the bathroom on their own and how to wipe and stuff, and now it's like, all right, so pads.
Yeah, and Wait, they don't make pads for little panties?
Well, since she's little, I guess she needed.
Well, I don't know how little she was.
I guess if she had, like, oh yeah, you're right, because she was bigger.
Yeah.
So I guess a regular maxi pad, but if she,
I hated pads.
Sure did.
Hated them.
Sure did. Yeah. We'll touch on that later, but yeah, no, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting condition that she has, and
I forget the name of it, but I remember her name is Emily McAuliffe, McAuliffe. If someone wanted to go and research it and read about that. But
interesting.
She also went through menopause early at the age of 5.
And the plot thickens. Because how do we? Okay, that's a lot.
Being a woman, but being a preschooler.
I know. Prayers to her. You know, maybe find something for her condition.
Yeah.
What about? Can you think of maybe some advice for parents? You know, you're the parent here.
I am. I'm open. My mama was open with me. Like, she showed me how to use a tampon on her, like that open. But being real and honest, because why are you laughing?
I'm thinking about when I tried to teach my friend how to use a cup, and it was.
Well, that's different.
It was just. She was foolish. That's why I'm just thinking about the tampon.
You said she was foolish.
Foolish, yes. I can't even touch on it. I didn't even mean to laugh aloud. Sorry.
I'm like, why is she over here chuckling?
No, there's nothing wrong with your mom showing you how to use a tampon.
I'm just trying to explain how real she was.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
But I would just be as honest as you can. It is going to be uncomfortable, but the conversation needs to be had, even in our boob tube on the move. You know, I guess my understanding is the person we talked to, she shied away from it. Yeah. You know, not the parent, but I do know that some parents don't want to have those discussions, but it is important because if you don't tell them, they're going to learn it from school, and y'all better start having those conversations early because they really are having these conversations in 4th grade and below, especially if they have older siblings. So at least get in front of that so that they're not being misinformed, and you're going to have to do a whole lot of cleaning up if they're misinformed.
Very true. I would say that's good parental advice.
Yeah, there are books out there too. I don't have any at the top of my head, but we can link little links and stuff in there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's an important time that you should provide that information to your child and be there for their questions.
Yeah.
Because they should have questions, more than likely they will.
Yeah.
Boys and girls.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know, even informing them of what's going on with the opposite gender would be good too.
Yeah.
Because I definitely, I started seeing hairs in the shower, the tub. And I'm just like, what in the world? Like, I don't know where I thought the hair was coming from. I don't know if I thought they were just shaving in the shower or something, but they're like, And then I found out that I'm seeing pubic hairs in the shower, like from my brothers.
How did that make you feel?
I don't know, because I remember like telling him like, man, I had to clean up all this hair in the shower or something, and not knowing. So yeah,
this reminds me of this. It's a movie out. It's called Marcel the Shell. It's about this shell that has shoes on, and it's kind of like a documentary. But anyway, they're talking. But I remember him seeing clean out the shower and getting like rope from the shower. But of course, it's pubic hair.
Pubic hairs, man. Yeah, hairy brothers. That wasn't cool, I guess. But yeah, I guess they had to adjust to me too.
Yeah.
But
I also want to mention another resource in addition to what's already out there. It's called treasureyourchest.org. It is an international organization, and they help educate people about talking to girls about puberty and breasts. So I think it would be great for parents and teachers, whomever, anyone who has a young female in their life. They have videos, they have information on there you can download as well, but it would help you have that conversation, but also inform the young lady about what's going on with her breasts, as well as breast health information as well.
Sounds like it's resourceful.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. So there should be no reason why these conversations shouldn't be happening. Let's go ahead and have those conversations.
Mm-hmm. Take your time with your little ones.
Yes. Do invest in that conversation. All right. So whether you've been through it or going through puberty, we hope you have learned something valuable today that you will utilize or share, or both, because it's a lot of women out here in this world. So hopefully we can go out and share share this information with other women and young girls as well. The conversation does not have to end here. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, check us out on the socials as well, on all the socials, Instagram. Where else are we at? TikTok, yes. And leave comments there to keep the conversation going. And we will see you next time.
Until then.